Welcome to On Song International, home of original music. If you like what you hear, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell below. Hey good folks, Ken Kunin from On Song International. Many of you saw the last video that I put out, and I'll be honest, it was a little bit of a clickbait title with "Many musicians are selfish assholes, are you?" And that video served a few different purposes, and I want to go through what they were, and then I want to get on to a couple other topics. Okay. I wanted to gauge where people sit in this community. This is a community basically that's consistent of two people. One are songwriters, whether you're in bands, whether you're solo artists, and two, they're fans. And it's very important that there's just as much emphasis, if not more, to the fans than to the writers themselves. And here's what I liken it to, and I know that many musicians know what this feels like. You go turn up to play a gig, and let's say the promoter or the bands haven't done any promotion, and you're playing to a very small room full of other acts that are on the bill. It's okay, but it's not nearly the same as if you're actually playing in front of a lot of music enthusiasts. So I think it's very important to address music fans as well. Now, in terms of whether people were hurt, whether they felt like fingers were pointed, whether feelings were hurt, look, I never want to necessarily hurt someone's feeling. But that said, I certainly do a lot to help run this channel, and I have to sometimes get things off my chest. So when I see a pattern of people really going hard at you to feature them, and then you actually do, and then they're nowhere to be found later, well, I think fair enough to actually now and again say, you know what, I'm not really happy with that situation because it's not reciprocal. It doesn't do anything to build the channel, and I want to actually see this channel grow. And for this channel to grow, as I've mentioned many times, it has to actually be a community. Now, I'm going to stop right now and say that part of that community, and what I probably haven't done a good job at, is stopping in the middle of a video like this and saying, if you are new to this channel, or if you not new to this channel, that you got to not only subscribe to it, but you got to hit the notifications, because otherwise you're not going to see the next video that's featuring a really cool songwriter. You're not going to hear about a seasoned artist that is talking about different experiences that they have being a musician. And we want to really cover a lot of different topics besides just solely the art of songwriting. We want to look at your life as a songwriter and what it means to you, where you want to go with it, and maybe some ways to help you get there. So that's the first thing that I want to sort of talk about and get off my chest. All right, that's done. I want to move forward because to me, it's about moving forward. Now, the other day, a couple Sundays ago, I had one of those moments. It was like, holy shit, wow, what did I just see? And what I saw was, I was on Facebook. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a 50-year-old still can be on Facebook. And I get a notification that Buddy Guy live via Facebook. Now, some of you may know who Buddy Guy is. Some of you don't. If he's not 80, he'd be damn near 80. He's a blues guitarist, songwriter, musician. He is a hero for many of my heroes. So he's a guy that would have had, tremendous influence on someone like the Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, as a guitar player, etc. But what was incredible, because clearly I've seen, live stuff that comes through my feeds, and normally it's a 20-year-old that's playing acoustic guitar, and the sound's not very good, and they're not really communicating with their audience as well as they could. But this was Buddy Bloody Guy, and the audio was just tremendous. The video was tremendous. Now, the thing about that experience is I've been around long enough to know that in terms of Buddy Guy, the only time that you would have seen someone like Buddy Guy live was if he was playing in your hometown, or those few occasions where he would have made a live TV appearance. So to actually see him while I'm sitting on my bed with headphones on in perfect sound coming off of my phone, that was a religious experience. That was like, wow, that is cool. And that is the future. You think about how you can reach out to people if you can get decent audio. But more importantly, and this will launch into the third part of this video, if you can be compelling with your performance, then that is how you can grow an audience today. It's not necessarily just about having enough money to get yourself or your band on the road and pray that you break even let alone make $1 or $2 to actually expose your music and your craft to a wider audience. It's there right now. So if anyone has some ideas in terms of how you can get great audio and great video for those kinds of performances, I want you to put them in the comments below. What's worked, what hasn't worked. Now, this brings me to the third point, and this is also related to that experience with Buddy Guy. What did I see? Besides seeing an icon in guitar playing and performing, I saw someone who understood, and probably has understood for 60 years, the show of business. Now, you would have, some of you would have seen a video that we put out a year ago that was talking about basically lamenting on the amount of shoegazers. I'm giving a performance, I'm not reaching you, I'm looking at my feet because I'm a little bit scared that if I show you who I actually am and what I'm about with some enthusiasm, that you might run you run for the hills. But no, that's what it takes to actually get people's attention, is you have to let them in. You have to let them in with the stories that you tell, the energy that you tell it with, that every note is believable, that you're singing, that you're playing. And when you see someone like Buddy Guy, you see that ability to jump through a camera lens into your heart, into your mind. And that's what I want you to think about when you're presenting, or when you send us videos, for example, on Dropbox that we can upload. I want you to think in the way that Roger Daltrey thinks. I just finished his autobiography. And one of the things that made The Who so special and so dynamic was Roger was there and he was singing to the people that were in the back of the stadium, the back of the theater. It was the cheap seats. It's easy enough to sort of reach someone on a peripheral level that's standing right in front of you. But can you actually drive it all the way to the back of the room? So whether the camera is the back of the room or a venue that's holding 50 or 50,000, you have to think in terms of being able to have that emotion, have that physical ability to say, I'm going to give you everything that I have and everything that I got to connect with you. It's not enough just to write a decent song or be an okay storyteller or an okay guitarist. It's about actually pushing. It's about jumping out of your nice little comfortable system that you're in and to be able to say, you know what, I'm willing to make an ass of myself, because it's about doing that over and over again to build that confidence that you can reach people. And once you do that, I promise you, your whole career at whatever level it's at will go forward incrementally. So let us know who the hell you are. If you send us a Dropbox link, connect with that camera like there's 100 people standing right in front of you, because they are right now. Buddy Guy, he proved that to me the other day. That was, for me, the internet coming to age, and I want to see you with your performances come of age to where you can sort of say, I am blah, 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 and you can hear me roar. And you keep roaring, you keep writing, and you keep rocking. All right.